So without further ado, I'll hand over to Jay. Hopefully you can all hear me. Obviously you can listen on the headphones if you want, or you can obviously listen to Jay direct. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, and welcome to this first session by Ping. Basically, just give you a little introduction of what Ping do. We engage crowds and activate the brand. We do that with games. We do games for crowds. So gamification is something we do day in, day out. So title of the session called Leveling Up Gamification. Just wanted to get clear at the outset that Michael Gove is not going to be here. We're not going to be having leveling up from Michael Gove on this. It's all about the gamification. So thought it would be useful just to have a little explanation of what gamification actually stands for. And it's kind of it's the application of game elements within a task. So it's to make it more fun. It's basically the last statement is the thing which is really important. Gamification, it promises to make the hard stuff in life fun. And that's what we focus on. Ping is all about bringing fun to live events. So, as we said, we create games for crowds. Sometimes really big crowds. This is a small crowd today, sort of 30 or so people, but we could do stadium-sized crowds and beyond that as well. And the thing that drives us is that we believe the world is more fun when we do stuff together. So we all play games. Everyone plays games on the phones when they're on the way into work, etc. But we believe there's nothing like playing a game together. So all our games are multiplayer. All right, I'm going to stop at this point because the best way to experience our games is to actually play them. So I'm just going to escape out of here. Everything we do is browser-based, so there's no apps to download. I'm just going to go to Ping Pre here. Okay, if everybody wants to get out their phones, and if you can scan the QR code there. You don't have to join in if you don't want, but honestly, these are really, really simple. I thought I'd show the games first, and then my explanations of how we make them make a little bit more sense. So, if you don't want to scan the QR code, you can go old-fashioned and open up your web browser and go to ping.live. That's ping with 2 I's. Ping.live. Put in the code 6091. So we've got Lewis, Tamara, Fredericks in already. Eck, I'm going to apologise if I say any names wrong here. Eck, Cliff, Jody, Carlos, Maury. So as you can see, all our games are really simple. All you do, scan the QR code, put your name, and you're straight in. There's no app to download. We're not asking you to sign up or register. Right, Ben, Charlotte, Sean have joined, Jen, Eve, Dashani on the air, Mick, Vic. Oh, we've got the second row appearing now. Elzin, Baha. As I say, apologise if I say anyone's name wrong. Stu is straight in. And you've all discovered the horns as well. The horns don't do anything. They're just a bit of fun. Okay. Stu, I'm going to look in. We're going to play it again after this, so if you don't make it into this game... Oh, Ilana has just snuck it at the very end. So we've got 20. I'd say we can get 30 people playing this. I'll start at this, and then we can have another game. If you've not quite joined yet, you can join in the next one. Oh, Scott just snuck in at the last minute before the countdown finished. Basically, just stay left and right, see how far you can get. Watch the obstacles. Oh, Mick Vic's out really early on that one. It's just like Formula One. A load of people go out in the first corner. Okay, Dashani went for a bit of a weaving option there, and we're losing the players all the way along now. Oh, I'm looking at the names that are going out. Dashani's gone off on their own to the right there. It's a little bit more Mad Max than Max Verstappen, this. Alada, oh, Baha was getting a bit angry with Alada there, trying to bash him out of the way. Cliff. Cliff's going for the straight option. Okay, who do you want to win? Cliff, Baha, or Alana? It's a three race. Cliff's gone for the win. Trying a bit of bunching there. Oh, evil. That was evil. Okay, between Cliff and Alada. We've gone past 1,200 metres. This is a really good race, actually. Doesn't last this long. Cliff and Alada. The concentration. It could be anybody's. We're going to get to 2,000 metres here. Oh, no! It's all... Oh, Cliff. Where's Cliff? Where's Cliff? Well done, Cliff. Where's Ilana? Am I saying Ilana right? Elena. Right, Elena. I'll get it right next one. That was brilliant race. Brilliant race. Okay. We'll take that as heat 1 and we'll do it again. So the same game will pop up. If you didn't manage to join the last one, you can scan the QR code or go to ping.live, ping with 2 eyes. Okay, we've got everybody jumping in straight away already. Lorraine, Scott, Elle, Elena, Mick, Vic, Carlos, Ben, Frederick, Ek, Jen, Nick, Baha, Jody, Lewis, Cliff, Nikki, Tom, Tamara, Deshand, Charlotte, Maury, and Nikki. Okay, 21, we've got an extra player. Oh, Eve's just joined. 22, we've got 2 more players than last time. Okay, I'll give it a few more seconds and then we'll give it a start. If you're trying to join, get yourself in quick. And away we go. Oh, Sean just snuck in there at the very last minute. Okay, we've lost a few players straight away. Did we lose Cliff? No, Cliff's out there on the outside. I think everyone should bunch up on Cliff this time. Oh, ooh. Oh, we lost. Ben's just gone out there, and we've lost Cliff. He's upset. Elena's still in the middle there, though. Elena's still... I love the way Charlotte's just gone for the weaving option. You're all bunching up, which is either going to be good, you'll all be taken out in one big... Oh, thinning the pack down. Thinning the pack down. And I think we have to say that Elena is the driver of the day so far. Oh no, not anymore though. Nikki and Elle, it's between Nikki and Elle this time. Elle's just following whatever Nikki does. That could be good tactics until this point. And Nikki will win. Where's Nikki? Oh, well done, Nikki. Well done, Nikki. So, that's what we do. Nice and simple. As we said, it's all browser-based. So I'm not hiding this. Obviously, normally when we're doing events for our punters, that you just put it in full screen mode. But because you all know how the tech works, then we're good. Right, go back to the slide, to my demo. We've got some more games which you can play at the end. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of hints about what we do and why we do things in a particular way. So for us, tip number 1, it's all about the gameplay. That's what we always focus on. Key thing for us is we remove every single barrier possible. So that's why we chose not to have an app. We don't ask anyone to register. You just go to the URL, put your name in, straight in. We get asked so many times by clients, can we have people sign up first because we want to collect data? And we say, do that at the end. We've got the option at the end. You'll see on your handsets there's a little call to action. You can have a link there which goes off to collect data afterwards. Give your players something and then ask for the reward later. Controls need to be really intuitive. So I shouldn't be there going, okay, you use left and you use right. So we did design all our games. It's really, really simple. My mum could play them. And it's game mechanics that you can just get, basically. So anyone can just pick it up, go with it. One of the things we found when we started developing games, averaging is rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. We made a tug-of-war game for 2 teams. And literally everyone was bashing the thing to pull the things. And it just wasn't moving whatsoever. It's like really the dullest game ever. So we don't like to average things. Everything we like to do is like has a score, has something you can achieve. And everything we build from a game perspective is creatively right. Obviously, technically, it's got to work, but it's got to be strategically. It's got to work with the audiences that we play with. And it's just got to be, we take as much effort in the system that runs it. So if you're running an event, the tools you need to actually set up our game and run it is just as easy as the things that your players will be using. And the last thing, simple. We focus on simple, but simple obviously takes a lot of work to get there. So it's not an easy job to get simple. The key thing for us, though, the reason we do it is not just the games and the tech, it's the players. So seeing your reactions today here is the best thing for me because it just proves that what we're doing is right. One of the key things for us, every ping game, we always like to have every player feel like they're represented on screen. So when you join, you see your car. When we do the other games, every single player feels that when they've joined the game, they're actually part of the game. So they're not just in the mass of a team or anything like that. And you actually provide that direct feedback. So as you're steering, you're seeing yourself steering. You actually feel like you're actually taking part in it. So it's making it real. We've seen people do these quite fake before. And again, it's fun. We did a demo. We've done demos we do a load with football clubs. We did a demo to Ajax, the commercial team, and the CEO was taking pictures of his name up on the screen at the end. So people like that 15 minutes of fame or 15 nanoseconds of fame if it's really short. And again, we build games that play to the whole audience. So even though you're playing, I was watching around the side. We were attracting a bit of a crowd as people are watching, sort of seeing what's going on. So even though you're necessarily taking part, particularly when we're doing stadium games, there's a whole people in the stadium that we're taking into account when we design our games, design the content that goes in it. Big thing we like to do as well is just work in a wow. So everything we do, one of the things I still love on the Ping pre-game is when that second row appears, because no one's expecting another load of cars to suddenly join. And this is one. I'm going to show you a little video now. We did this is our penalty shootout, so 55,000 people can play a penalty shootout. Now, normally you'd go, okay, you'll pick an area on the goal to click, and that's where, if more people pick the top right-hand corner, that's where the shot's going to go. Not at Ping. So this was our penalty shootout at Manchester City. So home and away team. Home team goes first, take a shot, and basically there's a ball representing every single player. So technically you could have like 30,000 nil in a game. The sound's not really good on this, to be honest, but yeah, basically it's providing that little thing that's just different, makes us stand out from the crowd. And then we make it fair, just in case your away team only has 1,000 fans, that we kind of average the score in that one. So it's all based on the number of people who are playing and the ones who've got it right. Last tip is, a special tip, is know what you're doing. So we've been making games for, well, since the 90s. So yeah, long time. We used to do loads and loads of online games for people like Kellogg's and Coca-Cola and Sony and the BBC, educational stuff like that. So it's kind of part of our DNA. It's what we do. But hopefully I've given you a couple of little tips and insights into what we do there. I was going to show this little video. This is a bit of our show reel, so this gives you a bit of a guidance. Some of the games that we do is a buggy race, which is kind of similar to the Ping Prix that we just played. We've got various ones like snowboarding, which is very similar. We did that for Super Dry on Oxford Street. This is our version of Pong for 100 people. Bats get smaller. That's our little wow. And then this is the stadium-sized games. So we've actually run this at half-time at Manchester City and Ajax. We've also had our game show product, which embarrassingly has me in it. But we've also run this also at football clubs in half-time as well. So FC Cologne use that a lot of the time at half-time just to engage the crowds. But this is what it's all about for us. It's about the people. And that's why we make the games that we do. It's all about the reactions. So everything that we do, we're enticing that reaction. We want people to be having the fun time. So at that point, I was going to say, do you want to play another game? Yeah, of course we want to play another game. I'm going to do this one. Football tennis. Sorry, football tennis, which is there. Okay, so get your phone out again. Scan, slightly bigger QR code, this one. Okay, so this is our kind of footy version of the Ping, of the rebound game. So we're going to auto-assign everyone on this one, rather than let people choose the team, but you can also let people choose the team, and literally we can have like 2 people on one side, and interesting. Mic stopped working.
We get an interference off another stage. They shouldn't be using our frequencies.
Right, there we go, and we're back in. Right, so I think we've probably got everybody in there. Has everybody joined? Just give me a quick yes. If you've not joined, you're trying to still join, let me know. Okay, this is really simple. I've just got to switch between screens and then I'll come back to this one very quickly, but start game. There we go. Okay, it's best out of 3, or first to 3. Okay, a little bit of bunching going on there, but that's what it's all about. Stu is at the top doing his own thing. We put physics into this. You can put backspin on the ball. If you do like a little movement as you hit it, it makes it really hard for the other team to get past. Oh, and the Lions have scored first. Okay, well done, Bogdan. You saved that one there. Stu and Lewis got that. Jodie and Lorraine. Tom Victor. Nice bunching going on there with the Lions. The Lionesses are also bunching. It's nice and easy at the top, though. It'll get faster. Don't worry, it gets faster. You can't do that forever. Oh! And this is going to get interesting. Oh, it's going to get a bit quick now. Oh, no. Lions have scored. This isn't what we were expecting. We're expecting the Lionesses to smash it. Okay, I do like the way there's organisation on the teams, even though you don't know each other. That's good. Nice foot. Oh, Lena kept that one in all by themselves. Lionesses, well done. Come on, just get one more back, Lionesses. And then it'll be a match point at 2-all. Starts off really quiet. And nice. Here we go. A little bit of a rally going on now. Speeds up. This is the bit where you have to concentrate. Oh, it could be the Lioness. I think Lions. Oh, the Lionesses. Right. This is how it should be. Game point. Whoever gets this will take home the imaginary World Cup trophy. Okay, we've got Keenan in. Scott has kept that one in all by themselves there. Nick. Rosie saved it on that side. It's getting a bit fast now. Here we go. Come on, put the spin on it. Lionesses. Okay, Lewis. Lewis was the top player. Where's Lewis? Honestly, he doesn't work with us. He's not cheating. Yeah, so we get top players on that. So the person who's hit the ball back the best, the most. But, of course, Lionesses deservedly winning the football, this one. And that brings it to the end of my little demo. I'm just going to say if there's any questions, or we can play another game if we've got time.
Thanks, Jay. That was brilliant. Very, very interactive. We've I think we might have a few questions that have come through here. If you want to cover those off first. So, what's the maximum number of players who can participate simultaneously?
Okay. So on the smaller game that we play, the buggy race game or the Ping Prix, the racing games like that, 30 players. We always cater though for even those 30 players. Audiences bigger than 30 can usually take part in that. So we've had them even in venues where they've had like 1,000 people there, because it always attracts a crowd as well. And we've got a gatekeeper on there as well. So if you don't join the game, you can join afterwards. The tennis one goes up to 100 players, and then the penalty shootout goes up to 90,000. Can go up to 90,000, and our game show product literally is infinitely scalable, so we can have millions of players on that. I was going to mention, actually, we had a world record on Tuesday. Auto Trader used our game show product to set a world record for the largest online quiz, which we had about 16,500 people playing, and we scored about 7,500 in the end, because people had to answer every single question and for it to count as a world record. But next question.
Second question there. Probably a broader integration question, but this one obviously relates to, can you integrate with event platforms?
Yes. So, because everything is browser-based, so if you can embed a web browser into your platform, into your app, then you can have our games in your apps. Yeah.
Great. And then final one before we go to the audience. Can you do customized games?
Yes, I didn't mention customized games. So we've got a range of off-the-shelf games, but every single one of them we've actually customized. So we can change the vehicles, change the obstacles, change the background, change anything basically. Obviously brand it up with all the relevant logos, and we do that on quite a regular basis for a lot of people.
Right. Any questions from the audience? No one?
So I'm going to move off Michael because he's really annoying me here. He's like,
yeah. I came a bit late to the. Oh, be on here now. I couldn't hear. Oh, there we go. I can hear myself now. I came a bit late there. I was just walking past with a coffee, and I thought this looks good. So I think you probably already answered the question. If I'm sat running an event from my little home studio and I've got 100 people online,
yep,
using the browser system, I can actually have 100 people who are watching and playing the game. We don't all have to be looking at one screen, do we?
No, you need to be looking at one screen. But
that screen that is browser-based
could be.
I can just send that back out to them.
Could be cast out. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Fantastic.
The only thing I would say is the latency. So some of our games work okay over Zoom and Teams.
Yeah.
For example, but if you've got any kind of screen share, any kind of casting software that adds any kind of latency on it that's more than a second, then it could get a little bit tricky.
Cheers. Gotcha.
Great, thanks
Any
very
other
much.
questions?
Jay, are you around today, or are you staying on now?
I was just going to say, I've got one straight after this. We're over on the main stage playing more games. So if you want to play more games, you can follow me like the Pied Piper to the main stage, or we are actually on stand B11, which is the most hidden, tiniest stand in the exhibition, which is a game itself if you can come and find us. So if you want to find out more, just come and have a chat, and we can answer any more questions. Play more games.
Great. Thank you, Jay. Round of applause for Jay.